everybody, and welcome to another one of my Rouslin's 3-ball, and this is my betting video for the week, or my betting content, I should say. I don't put out necessarily a card, so to speak, that shows the list of bets and how much I put on that. Of course, if it's something you're interested in, feel free to hit me up on Twitter at DFS Golfer23, or of course, if you're an Awesemo Plus member, hit me up through the Slack chat on DM, and I'll be sure to share that with you or create one of my own. I end up just putting in the bets anyway. Of course, if you're not already an Awesemo Plus member, it's a great time to do so. Just $8.95 for the week. And for that week, you're going to get all the in-tournament stuff from the Houston Open this week, all of the pre-tournament stuff from the Houston Open this week, of course, and, of course, all of the pre-tournament stuff from Masters Week next week. Now, you won't get the in-tournament stuff for the Masters, but basically it gets you 2 weeks of coverage for just $8.95. And, of course, if you want to join us for the remaining 4 weeks of the PGA Tour season, which, of course, we only have like a 2 or 3 week break. But if you want to join us for the next 4 weeks for the month, it's just $29.95. So, all right, let's jump right in here to my PowerPoint little slide here for my Rouslin's 3-ball video. It's, of course, the Houston Open this week. It's being played at Memorial Park Municipal Golf Course. And let me tell you, the par of this golf course has been widely debated this week. And anytime a par of the golf course is widely debated, it means somebody's content is going to end up being wrong. And this week, what we got was the golf course, Memorial Park, it's a par 71. When the PGA Tour released its scorecard on Monday, it was going to play as a par 72. Then all of a sudden, some people started questioning because we would sign on to the PGA Tour app, and all of a sudden it was showing a par 70. So we had all three, a par 71, a par 70, and a par 72. It's just crazy how that ends up working out. But it did. It's a par 70. We got it clarified from the PGA Tour. It's a par 70. 7,400 yards, 3 par 5s. So the first hole and the 14th hole, which could play as par 5s, are playing as long par 4s, 5 par 3s, and 10 par 4s. 3 of the world's top 10 are here to compete. Jeez, a lot of 3s there. Sorry, guys. And on DraftKings and FanDuel, we're playing for $100K on DraftKings and $25,000 on FanDuel this week. Of course, if you want more videos like this and from all of the sports that we do, subscribe to our YouTube channel here. And, of course, hit the like button, and thank you for watching. As we move into our withdrawals in COVID-19, this week, Harry Higgs sadly just tested positive. Kramer Hickok is in the field for him. Ian Poulter, I don't think he tested positive for COVID. I think he's just taking the week off. Gets Ali Schneiderjans in the field. Okay, now we go into our player comparison and week-long bet, which had an easy one last week with Wyndham Clark dominating Patrick Rogers. Moves my record to 13, 10, and 1. And most of the bets that I do are plus 100 or better, so definitely a positive, definitely a profitable endeavor here on this slide. This week I'm going Brooks Koepka over Hideki Matsuyama. Brooks Koepka is getting plus 100 in the betting markets, and I think the reason to that is because Koepka first hasn't played much, and second, he could be theoretically, he could be injured, I guess, still, but it looks like last time they played, they came in 28th, each of them. Koepka's a little bit more expensive on DK and FanDuel just by a little bit, and in the mono rank, Hideki hasn't beat, but that's because Brooks has only played once in the past 6, 7, 8 weeks. So I like this value. I don't think we're going to get even close to this next week. In fact, I think Matsuyama will probably be like plus 140. So I'll take advantage of this as Brooks tries to get into his top form heading into the Masters. I think it's a good bet this week, plus 100 Brooks Koepka over Matsuyama. Okay, my week-long bets now, which nailed Wyndham Clark as well. He came at top 5. That was a 14-1 there. Also came top 10 was 7-1, and top 20 was 3.5-1. So a pretty good payout there. Just missed out on the 80-1 win. Brings my season total to 36 plays in the top 20. I've got 9 of those 36, 5 in the top 10, 5 in the top 5, and 1 win. So I guess if you look up at all those odds, if you're betting $10 on all the plays through each bet, which is 4, yeah, it's definitely a profitable endeavor right now. So if you bet $10 each week on all of it, it goes out to be $120 each week. So we need to hit, a 12-1 pretty much for the most part each week to be profitable. And last week it was a 15-1, and we had a 7-1 and such. So certainly when we hit, it is profitable. So let's go into this week's. It's Lee Westwood. Got him coming over here from Europe and getting into the Masters for the first time in the last couple of years, as I'm sure he wants to go in with the best form he can. 75 to 1 to win, 12 to 1 on the top 5, 5.5 to 1 on the top 10, and 2.5 to 1 on the top 20. I like these other three more here that I'm kind of circling my mouse around. The top 5, 10, and 20. Lee Westwood has shown a propensity to not be able to actually get it done in terms of winning, but certainly is a cash ATM machine. So look for Lee Westwood this week. My big gamble of the week, or biggest odds I'm going to play, is Kevin Tway. Tway has made 2 straight cuts now, and it looks like his game is starting to come around. And at 600 to 1 to win, of course, I'm not going to be betting him to win that much, maybe a couple dollars, $5 or something like that. But certainly the top 5, 10, 20, even the top 30 and 40 for me are in play. I think he's got a really good shot to make this cut here this week, as certainly his game has been trending in the right direction. Just needs to match up a hot putter, and he'll find himself inside the top 20 for sure. And the medium odds that I'm going to go after this week is Corey Connors. He has improved his ball striking, and now with it being a par 70 and maybe a little bit more focus on ball striking because of that, I like Corey Connors. 60 to 1 to win. Top 5 is 11 to 1. Top 10 is 5 to 1, and the top 20 is 2.5 to 1. So those are my week-long bets: Lee Westwood, Kevin Tway, and Corey Connors. All right, before we move on, I want to remind you to smash that like button for me to let me know that you enjoy the content here. Okay, so my round 1 bets and showdown focus, because listen, golf sweats are just the best, so why not get the fun started right away? And let's go off and do that. DraftKings, of course, offering $5,000 to first place for the round 1 showdown focus starting tomorrow morning, I should say. So my head-to-head bets. Last week I went 1-1. Justin Suh lost to Tyler McCumber by 1. Last hole did it to him, but Wes Bryan beat Tom Lewis, so I got the plus 100 of Wes Bryan, but I lost the minus 125 of Justin Suh. So maybe a little bit of a profit there if you bet the same amount on each one, which I did. There is a slight profit there. This week I'm going against Jason Day. I'm going to continue to bet against Jason Day. It's worked for me in the first round. I've got Victor Hovland minus 106 against him. And I'm going to give Harold Varner another chance. I think the wind really messed with him and realized that after the early triple-double, he wasn't going to have a chance. And I think that brought the odds a little bit closer to even here against Carlos Ortiz, which I don't think that's an even matchup. I have Harold Varner as a better golfer pretty much all the way around. So minus 110 on him. I know I picked 2 minuses, but parlay them together and you're going to get a plus 272. I'm going to try and build on my yearly record, 24, 14, and 3. Certainly profitable with 6 parlays. All right, my round 1 showdown focus players, because this is just what I do, and it's shown me that it's been profitable. Now, I haven't hit any big ones, but it's been a while since I've not cashed a first-round showdown focus lineup. Jordan Spieth, he's a guy that I focus on in showdowns just because I don't want to get overexposed to him in week-long and have him miss the cut. But he still puts out plenty of birdies each and every time he tees it up. So Spieth, 8,400, and Will Gordon, 6,500. He's another guy similar to Spieth that, he's going to have a bogey, maybe a double. Maybe not a double on this course. There isn't a ton of place to get in trouble, but lots of birdies for Gordon, especially with the par 5 scoring being enhanced with only getting 3. I suspect Gordon will be under par on the par 5s each and every day. So that will do it. Of course, remind you to subscribe one more time to our YouTube channel so that you can get access to this video the second that it comes out. So in case I move any lines, which of course we know that I don't, you can jump on them before they do. So thank you all for joining my 3-ball video for the Houston Open. Next week is the most exciting week in golf for me, at least each and every year. Normally in April, it's in November this year. I don't care when it is. I'm going to enjoy watching Augusta. They've got an endless budget to make it look as pretty as possible each and every time we walk onto those hallowed grounds of Augusta National. So I'm really looking forward to it next week. And of course, I get it in April as well, so I don't even have to wait that long. So 2 great events for golf fans coming up here in short order. So we're going to get to that week, but before we do, we're going to get live before lock tonight. Ben Raz and I, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're watching this after that, well, go on and check out our live before lock video. We've been on fire with our hot takes. One of the hot takes that if you watch this video, you would have already got it from last week, Wyndham Clark. So thanks, everybody. Good luck this week at the Vivint Houston Open, and we will see you on the other side. Cheers.